illusion of importance. In a quiet village, a man lived with his wife and 2 children. Though his life was simple, his mind was constantly burdened with worry. He feared for his family's future, wondering if he was doing enough to provide for them. No matter how hard he worked, his fears never left him. One day, he heard about a great saint who was said to have wisdom that could bring peace to any troubled soul. Desperate for answers, he sought out the saint and poured out his worries. The saint listened patiently and then said, "Your fears are illusions. The world does not stop when one person leaves. Your family will find their way with or without you." The man was taken aback. How could that be true? Seeing his doubt, the saint made an unusual suggestion. Leave everything behind and dedicate yourself to spirituality. Let go of your worldly attachments, and you will find true peace. The man hesitated. "But what about my wife and children? They need me." The saint smiled. "You underestimate the strength of those you love. They will be fine without you. It is only your mind that refuses to believe it." The words echoed in the man's mind, and the next day he returned to the hermitage. Listening to the saint's teachings about detachment, he finally made up his mind he would stay and dedicate himself to the divine. But one question remained: how would he tell his family that he was leaving forever? The saint, sensing his turmoil, devised a plan. He taught the man how to hold his breath for long periods, a skill that could make him appear lifeless. "Use this wisely," the saint advised. "Your family will believe you are gone, and you will be free to follow your spiritual path." The next morning, the man took his family to the river, just as he did every day. As they bathed in the water, he quietly submerged himself, holding his breath. His family panicked, searching for him frantically. Hours passed, and when they couldn't find him, they believed he had drowned. Heartbroken, they returned home, mourning his loss. Meanwhile, the man emerged from the river unnoticed and made his way to the hermitage, leaving his past behind. Days turned into weeks, and he immersed himself in a life of devotion. But his heart was restless. Did his family miss him? Were they struggling? One day, his wife visited the hermitage seeking blessings. Hidden behind a pillar, the man listened as the saint asked, "Daughter, how are you managing after your husband's passing?" The man expected her to break down in tears. Instead, she replied, "No one can replace him, but life must go on. My children and I have found our way. We are doing better than before." The man was stunned. How could they be happy without him? Seeing his reaction, the saint simply smiled. Later, he told the man, "Now do you understand? They are not weak. Your absence did not destroy them. They learned to survive." But the man refused to accept the truth. Angry, he spread a rumor in the village that anyone who bought food from his wife would face misfortune. The villagers, fearful of bad luck, stopped buying from her. Yet, to his astonishment, his wife remained calm. She found new ways to support her family. His children continued their studies. Laughter still filled their home. Frustrated and defeated, the man finally returned home late one night. He knocked on the door and whispered, "It's me, your husband." Open the door. A long silence followed. Then his wife's voice came from inside. "This is not a time for jokes. My husband has been dead for 2 months. Whoever you are, leave." "No, it's me. I never died. I was with the saint all this time." Her voice was unwavering. "Then you are no longer the man I knew. The man I loved would never abandon his family like that. My children and I have built a life without him, and we will continue to do so. Please go back to where you came from." The man stood frozen, realizing the harsh truth. He had left, thinking he was indispensable, but life had moved on without him. With a heavy heart, he turned and walked away, finally understanding the lesson the saint had tried to teach him. Life does not stop for anyone. We may think we are essential, but the world moves forward with or without us. Strength does not come from dependence, but from resilience. The man believed his family would fall apart without him, but life continued, proving that no one is indispensable. His wife's unwavering determination and his children's ability to adapt showed that hardship can be overcome with courage and perseverance. Clinging to ego and control only leads to suffering, while acceptance and humility bring true peace. In the end, the man learned that true devotion is not about abandoning responsibilities, but about embracing reality. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Life always moves forward.